Hey everybody, Meteorologist Matt Breland here. Thank you for tuning in for our live stream. As you know, as you've been watching our newscast, we are anticipating some severe weather that will be arriving as we head into tomorrow evening, really around 5 p.m. So we're going to just walk through what the latest forecast is showing us, what the latest data trends are looking like, what the impacts are going to be, and we're just going to time it out for you guys. So hope your Thursday is going well so far. We've got temperatures today that are going to be reaching close to 90 degrees, one of our warmest days that we have seen so far this year. So it's definitely going to be a bit of a warm summer feeling type of afternoon. But here's how things look right now on satellite and radar. So you'll notice that we're mostly quiet, mostly dry. We've got some narrow bands of clouds trying to make their way in just closer into Kentuckiana, and that's going to just be passing through as we head later on into the afternoon time. And you'll notice we're just going to have a mix of sun and clouds as we head further on into our day. So taking a closer look at home, you'll notice that we have these strong south winds. This has been lasting for the last several days. There's just been a steady flow of Gulf moisture that's been positioning over the Ohio Valley, and that's really what's setting up for this storm system that's going to be arriving tomorrow evening. So right now we've just got a lot of warm air, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and this is going to keep us feeling muggy as we go later into our afternoon time. But something I want to mention is the storm fuel. So I mentioned that we have these strong south winds, we've got a lot of heat in the air. Anytime you have heat and moisture and some type of forcing mechanism, which in the term of which this is this front that's making its way towards us. Anytime you see that, that's a sign that we're expecting some intense thunderstorms. So this front right over just along the Midwest is where it's positioned at the moment. So I'm going to just draw it out for you so that you guys can get a better idea of what it's looking like. So the front is still developing over the Midwest. As we go later on into our afternoon time, it's going to continue to just advance its way closer towards us. So I'm going to circle the area that we are keeping an eye on. So this is, you'll notice where that cutoff is, where the storm fuel stops over there in the Midwest. So these brighter colors indicate high levels of energy that can create intense thunderstorms. So this is going to be over the Ohio Valley as we head into our day tomorrow. Whenever we have a lot of that heat and moisture in the air, that is a very prime indicator that it is very easy for thunderstorms to develop. So combine that with a fair amount of humidity. As we head into the next several hours, we're just going to continue to have a steady amount of humid air arrive in from the Gulf, and that's going to still create this very moist temperature profile that's going to allow us to have those thunderstorms develop just as we had later on. Now you'll notice by the weekend we see a lot of that humidity subside, and these storms are going to help clear that away, and we're going to have decent conditions for the weekend. But we are under that level 3 out of 5 chance of seeing severe thunderstorms. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. They increased our risk last night, and now we are expecting these storms to arrive as we head into our Friday evening. So the timing with this is looking like between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m., and we're going to still stay under this trend once we go later on into our Friday evening. So here's how this Futurecast is looking as we go into the next upcoming hours. We've got temperatures that will be reaching the upper 80s as we head into the later parts of the afternoon. And we've got these lingering clouds that still will be sticking around too. Now there's a few chances for a few small isolated showers, just as we had later on into tonight. We're going to keep a close eye on that. These showers will kind of indicate how much intensity we're expecting for storms tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and give you an update on what you can expect for Friday morning. So we're expecting some lingering showers in isolated areas just farther towards our south. So I would say you can expect a few spotty showers to develop here and there. A few spotty downpours will be possible. We're expecting some thunderstorms here and there for Friday morning, but then as we head into the afternoon time, we have a bit of a quiet period, and those temperatures really rise into the upper 80s, possibly hitting 90 degrees once again, just as we go into the later parts of our afternoon. 5 p.m. is whenever we expect most of the intensity to arrive. So you can expect a line of organized thunderstorm activity to really power through Kentuckiana. This includes southern Indiana as well. This is going to be a very well-defined line of thunderstorms. It's going to have winds that could gust up to 60 miles per hour. Certainly some frequent lightning. Hail is going to be a possibility with this. And we're not ruling out the chance for that isolated tornado threat. Anytime we see this type of activity, it can lead to some of those spin-ups. So this is going to be lasting till about 7 p.m. and then you'll notice the majority of the activity makes its way farther towards our east. But then we're going to be left behind with a few of these little straggling storms that kind of hover over the southern parts of our DMA. So you'll notice just towards 7 p.m., that's whenever we're expecting some of that still to be lingering around with us. And as we go farther on into our evening time, we're going to still have a few of those lingering showers. They will not be nearly as intense as the initial arrival of those storms at 5 p.m., but I would say we're still going to hear a few rumbles of thunder and see some of those periodic gusty winds within certain storms that are left behind past the main line. And then the good news is once this clears out, as we hit midnight Saturday, we'll see a few lingering clouds, but the temperatures really trend into more comfortable ranges. We'll say goodbye to this humid trend for a little while. Our Saturday is going to include more sunshine. Temperatures will be ranging into those lower 70s, which is our average for this time of the year. So things are looking much better once we go into Saturday and Sunday. But just a heads up, we are expecting these severe thunderstorms Friday evening near 5 p.m. Winds and hail and tornado threat all possible. So make sure you have all of the ways to receive warnings. You want to make sure that your phone notifications are on from the WHAS app and make sure that you are tuning into our latest broadcast. Make sure things are charged up because this is going to be a quick moving storm as we go into our Friday evening, but it is definitely going to pack a punch. And while we're at it, here's a quick look at what you can expect for the next 7 days. Just to reiterate, once we say goodbye to the stormy trend on Friday, we are going to say hello to more average conditions for our weekend and into the week. So things look better as we go into our next upcoming days, but just wanted to let you guys know that we will continue to stay under this trend as we go farther on into our Friday. So stay up to date with us. We're about to start our noon broadcast. Of course, you can ask us questions. Chief Meteorologist Mallory Schnell will be in for her evening shows, 4, 5, 6, and 11 p.m. Thank you guys for watching.